James Wannes, thank you for joining me at the tasting table today. This wine is next. This is Caprio Cellars Sanitella Estate Red Wine. This is a 2018 vintage from Walla Walla. Stay tuned, and I'll give you my thoughts, perspectives, and point score on this wine. Absolutely glorious, beautiful wine. Luminous producer, and I'm very excited to share these wines and to really discover this producer. I've known of the producer. I've not tasted this producer's wines until this year. So very nice to experience this producer. So Caprio is the family name, and Dennis Murphy is the owner and winemaker. So I'll read you the back copy of this in a moment, but he's naming each of these particular sites and bottlings after his relatives. And so Eleanor is also one of the wines that I reviewed, so I'll place that video right up here. He's owned this site since 2003, and it's a place to visit. So here's a few pictures of the tasting site. I think it's absolutely beautiful, modern, and as I understand it, that they have a free tasting, complimentary tasting. I believe the food obviously is going to have a charge on it, but it's nice to have food available to purchase. So it's nice to have wine and food together. In places here in California, that's a rarity, unless it's a cheese platter, which is not always something you can buy anyway. So I think this is a great marker and success for a good design of a bottle, because I can see this label from a distance and know that it's Caprio Cellars Sanitella 2018 vintage. 14.5% ABV. Here's a back label for you to look at. Now, just going to give you a breakdown of the varieties itself. So on the back here, it says a limited estate red wine made from our Eleanor and Octave vineyards honors the memory of my great-grandmother Sanitella, the Caprio family's matriarch. And she was a great woman with great strength and love. She spent hours in her home, immense grape arbor, earning the name of Nonna de Uva from her adoring grandchildren. And so I think that's a great love that Dennis Murphy has for his family and the lineage and the memories that this brings to him. And so the importance of that as well. And so it's not just the importance of just memories, but also producing fantastically sophisticated wines. Now this wine is 43% Cabernet Sauvignon, 32% Merlot, 17% Malbec, 8% Cabernet Franc. This spends 18 months and 100% French oak. 55% of this is new and 45% is neutral. ABV of 14.5%. The retail price point on this is $88. And I'll tell you next about the characterization of this wine. So on the back label, as it mentions, this fruit is coming from two of the estate sites, which is one called Eleanor's and the other is called the Octave Vineyard. So Eleanor's Vineyard is 7.5 acres, which is about 2.04 hectares, planted to Cabernet Sauvignon and Merlot. Full exposure with little aspect. Now, Octave Vineyard is planted in 2006. It is fractured basalt is the soil content. 1,300 feet above sea level, or 396 meters above sea level. It is north facing. Each side is about 10 miles from each other. So when I talk about exposure, I'm talking about what direction does the vineyard site face. So if it's facing north or south or east or west, or as in the example, Eleanor's Vineyard, it has little aspect, so more of a flat surface, a flat area. You know, it really gives you that spice box, if you will, for producing beautiful fruit, so you can have some really nice sophisticated wines. And it's a lot of nutrients and energy to keep that vine vitalized and producing amazing fruit. Now, here we go first with the scent characterization on this wine. So this is presenting with notes of red black fruit, cassis, blackberry, bay leaf, stacked wood, evergreen forest, and red floral notes as well. And next is a palate characterization. So I love the texture on this wine, very silken texture, lively and beautiful acidity, blackberry notes, tayberry. So tayberry is a combination of blackberry and raspberry. So it has a very nice, beautiful black and red fruit note, pepper, clove, espresso, and tarragon. This is 94 points out of 100 points. When I mentioned a lively acidity, I think to me, when I tasted this wine, I thought the aging potential on this could be 10 to 15 years. Now, I often caution people about aging their wines longer than they're comfortable with. Taste aged wines before you do it yourself. I have a great love for aged wines. I think there's just something so magical about it. It's when fruit becomes wine. And so to me, I think this is an outstanding wine, and I think it has a long aging potential. And so I'd like to taste this 10 to 15 years from today. And really wonderful producer. And seek out this producer. Their wines are absolutely superb and luminous. Thank you for watching. Stay connected. More wine reviews to come. Come back to the tasting table for more. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, and if you already have, molto grazie to you. I do appreciate it. And you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you have questions there, you can also listen down below. Be sure to share this video with someone who might be interested in a red wine blend coming from Washington State. So come back to the tasting table for more. I appreciate your support. I will see you very soon. Salute.